Right, it's going to be slightly strange because what interests me is knowledge about knowledge, okay, epistemology. Okay, it quite interests me because we tend to think that knowledge is something that is definitely true and there's no question about it at all, and we're all giving our knowledge and we're thinking we're making up some kind of factual database. But in actual fact, the question is, how culturally dependent is our knowledge? In other words, is it really based on certain assumptions about the world? And that's where maybe you need a historical perspective to give you some idea that different cultures may have different knowledge at different times, that we certainly had different cultures at different knowledge at different times, and maybe also in different parts of the world. So really the question is that when you treat something as knowledge, that you should be very careful of it. It is always just, if enough people believe something, we call it knowledge. But in time, people will give up that belief and we'll have new knowledge. The world hasn't changed, but our opinion of it has changed. Or in a different culture, it'll be different knowledge. And we can be quite arrogant in thinking our knowledge is the correct knowledge and the people in the past have the wrong knowledge and the people in other countries have the wrong knowledge. I'm also quite interested in knowledge in particularly science and psychology, how it's gathered in. People do experiments. But if those experiments give them results that they don't like, or they get negative results or unexpected results, they tend to chuck them out. And so we're stuck in a world whereby we live in a world of differences, and only when the knowledge is different do we actually think that it's real knowledge. And very frequently it isn't. Also, the knowledge has to be published in articles and journals, and they'll only accept certain kind of knowledge. So only certain kinds of knowledge gets onto the radar and then is used by other people, who then pick up that knowledge and run with it and create other knowledge. Then people finally get fed up with that bit of knowledge and they move on to something else. So knowledge, that I'm really suggesting, is very provisional, and it's very time dependent, and it's very much geographically dependent. So really, whatever you're learning from anybody else on these tapes, just think to what extent it really expands to different times and to different places. In other words, knowledge should have a mental health warning. Thank you very much.